Hello everybody, welcome to Ticketmaster Studios. I'm Dave Archer. This is our series pre-draft where we get you ready for some of the guys that might be available and or relevant for the Atlanta Falcons come draft time. Now these are players I got best overall listed on this. These are players that I think would fit the Falcons. Not necessarily going to be a priority when you start thinking about there's 7 offensive tackles that could come off the board in the first round or first 40 picks of the draft. There's also maybe 5 or 6 quarterbacks. They're not part of this mix. These are some guys that I'm looking at for the Falcons that I would love to see us be able to get our hands on. Let's start with a local product. Brock Bowers, the tight end out of Georgia. 6'3", 243-pounder. Everybody's watched this guy play. Ran 4.87 in the 40, 28 reps in the bench, shows you his strength and his power. 2-time Mackey Award winner, best tight end in college football in back-to-back seasons, 175 grabs in his career, over 2,500 yards and 26 touchdowns. Now this guy just has a rare combination of speed, burst, balance, hands. He's got everything. Excellent run after the catch guy. He just makes plays. That's all he did, and everybody that watched Georgia saw it happen. He is a red zone monster. 31 career touchdowns. He's a matchup problem. If you put a linebacker, a DB on him, oh yeah, he's a tough guy too. There's no question about that. I think the only thing that you kind of wonder about is his inline blocking and blocking in the run game. Make no mistake, this guy can find the end zone in a variety of ways. Big time player. Let me take you to the defensive side of the football now. And Edgerrin Cooper, an outstanding linebacker, maybe the best linebacker in this draft. There's a couple of guys that are right near the top, probably in that first 50 picks of the draft. Edgerrin Cooper, 6'2", 230-pound linebacker out of Texas A&M. Ran 4.51 at the combine. He ran a 1.54 10-yard split. That means he is really getting the top-end speed extremely quick. His last 2 years, 145 tackles. He had 8 sacks and 25 tackles for loss in just 23 games. First team All-American at Texas A&M. This is a seek and destroy linebacker. He's got excellent speed to go sideline to sideline with a physical power at the end. He diagnoses the screen game extremely well. He's quick to read quarterback scramble, and with that speed, he can close and put the quarterback on the ground. He can run himself out of tackles. He goes so quick and athletic, he could run himself out of plays. Must be a little bit more play discipline, keep leverage on the ball carrier. Outstanding player there, Cooper. Payton Wilson, outstanding linebacker out of NC State, 6'4", 233-pounder, ran 4.43 at the combine and a 1.54 10. Another guy that can get the top end speed extremely quick. Played at the top end of the linebacker class this year. First team All-American. He was the Bednarik Award winner, which is Defensive Player of the Year, and the Butkus Award winner, which is the nation's top linebacker. Last season alone, 138 tackles, 6 sacks, and 3 interceptions. You talk about affecting the game at every level. That's what Wilson did. Another run and hit linebacker, models his game after Luke Kuechly. I mean, that's as good as it gets. Luke Kuechly can read and run, and that's what this guy does. He reads and reacts well in pass coverage. He's got excellent hands. I talked about the 3 interceptions. Injuries early in his career kind of plagued his career, but not so much in 22 and 23. So you're banking on that. The point of attack strength sometimes gets knocked off the ball. He's not necessarily a run around the block guy, not necessarily a take on the block guy, but that's okay. That's the way linebackers are playing nowadays in the National Football League. Let me take you out west to Oregon and a gigantic interior player that can play a lot of spots, but namely at center. A lot of people feel like that Jackson Powers Johnson is the best center on the board. At 6'3", 328 pounds, the Remington Award winner. That means the best center in college football. Now he plays all over the place. He played at center, guard, and defensive line, but center is where he was featured this year at Oregon and was outstanding. He's a big, broad dude with heavy hands. He will jolt defenders with his punch. He's got position versatility, as I talked about. Played both center and guard. And this is what you love. He's got a nasty attitude. Man, if I've got a center out there that's got a nasty attitude, that's the guy I'm looking for, right? Limited experience now. They just played 1 full year at center in 2023. Some average foot quickness maybe at his size, but an outstanding player in the interior with versatility to play both guard and center. Here's a guy I love, and I know that a lot of people watch this guy, Javon Bullard, outstanding career at Georgia. A lot of versatility, this kid, 5'11", 198 pounds, is listed as a safety, can play some other spots. Ran 4.47 at the 40, which I thought was a really good time for him. And in the last 2 years, 102 tackles all over the field, 4 interceptions, affected the quarterback with 3.5 sacks, his ability to get up in the line of scrimmage and affect that way. Highly instinctive, tough physical player that could play corner and safety. I think that he's got the ability, some versatility, a little bit of a hybrid. Brian Branch comes to mind, outstanding player at Alabama who starred for the Lions this year at that kind of that versatile box safety position. Very good tackler with excellent short area quickness. Now, you worry about his top end speed. That's where the weakness potentially comes in, but the 4.47 at the pro day makes you feel a little bit better about that. Not a factor on plays away. It certainly didn't seem to affect plays away from him, but if you're talking about bubble screens, things like that, he's going to be right on top of all that stuff. There are a couple other players to look at. Tyler Nubin, a freaky athlete at safety for Minnesota, had 13 career interceptions. He's got tremendous ball speed and ball skills to go get the football. And then Zach Frazier, an outstanding offensive interior lineman for West Virginia, another guy that can play center and guard. 37 career starts at center for the Mountaineers. Just some guys that I think might be available for the Falcons and would be pretty good with that bird on the side of their helmet.